Welcome, everyone. Oh, we have, what's his name? Justin Trudeau's dancing in a grocery store here. It does kind of feel like he um, came in, ran this thing to the friggin' ground, and then dips out, and now he's dating Katy Perry. Like, what's with that, man? Let me see here. You guys hear about that girl? We got to talk about it. Lindsay Clancy, man. I don't know how she has fans. I'll tell you why. This is a bit of a darker freaking turn than we're used to, but I'm gonna wait for more people to get on here. It is shocking though. Okay, let's see here. Rumble. Welcome everyone. Shout out to Jimmy. Jimmy, what's going on, man? And shout out to freaking Rules and Tools and Revillo. Jimmy says Justin. Yeah, I know, dude. It was just and then the whole Katy Perry thing. Last I heard, she's got some pretty crazy music videos and clearly is up to no good, you could say. She obviously made some kind of deal. She's in a club that we're not in. I know he turned into a frat boy. I know, dude. It's like, but you know what? The thing is that people get a little bit too, um, people get a little bit too wrapped up around the axle of particular politicians saying like either this one's bad, good, or they hate one or they love one. It's my opinion is that the guy did his job as a puppet. I don't believe he decided anything. I think he was the installment and he fulfilled the role that he was supposed to be fulfilling. And yeah, I remember Jimmy. Yeah, she has a ton of symbolism. Like she clearly is like into the what you call it. She's in the occult or whatever. Like she's doing some strange stuff in the music videos. The eyeball thing. She has that the one music video where she has the pyramid and is Freemasonic and everything. And I do know a girl who actually who met up, who met in person Katy Perry, and because she was in Hollywood actually. And anyways, this girl, man, has a dark aura to her apparently, according to someone who witnessed her in real life. So, one second. Okay, and welcome, yeah, Jimmy and all you new guys, man. I'm gonna shout out this live on Instagram real quick. Let's see here. So, do you guys know this Lindsay Clancy situation, man? It's pretty freaking shocking. It's strange, man. I'll tell you about it in 2 seconds. Let me just get this live. Shut it out here. Oh, and we didn't even get to talk about Hayden Panettiere, that girl who just exposed freaking Hollywood and then 3 months later bit it. And we don't know how she passed away yet either. But I don't really recall. Yeah, I've seen her in a few videos. Or I saw the clip after the fact. After she died is when I saw the clip of her saying that she was approached and told to do some crazy stuff to a guy on a boat who's high up in Hollywood, apparently. So shout out to Jimmy, who's drinking his chalk cacao coffee right now. Shout out to Jimmy, dude. I guess actually, you know what? Before we shut out the live, I should mention we're doing a extra special deal today for literally the first person. So we're going to give away, listen to what we're giving away. Because, I mean, we're talking detox, our DNA, our hormones, our brain function, our pineal glands. We don't need to tell Jimmy about it. He knows all about it. Or non-toxic either. That guy has a freaking closet full of chalk, or his front table of his house is full of chalk. We're going to give away a $100 bag of organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, which, as you know, stimulates, maybe you don't know, most people don't know this. Heirloom cacao stimulates stem cell production and increases blood flow, blood oxygenation. It's super good for your heart. That's why chocolate is associated with love and Valentine's Day and stuff is because, well, it's an aphrodisiac, but it's also excellent for your heart. There's an interesting, and people love it. So we're giving away one $100 bag of chocolate powder and a $60 bottle of the chalk minerals to a lucky single first person. I'll tell you how the deal works. But these minerals, extracted from a humic shale deposit in Utah, it's the full matrix of minerals. It rebuilds your DNA, it boosts your brain function, and it transports nutrients. Because here's the thing. Vitamins. You could take every single vitamin in the world right now. And if you don't have minerals, every single vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. So even if you're getting every single vitamin out there, you need minerals to activate the vitamins, and minerals also bind to free radicals, heavy metals, microplastics, contaminants that aren't supposed to be in your system. Minerals bind to them and excretes it out of the body. So they're not only detoxing, but minerals also, we know, are frequencies of light, and your DNA is light codes. So minerals build DNA. We know this now. So we're giving away $160 worth of freebies to one lucky dear soul. The way the deal works, it's first come, first serve. So I'm putting the link in the chat right now. Hold on a second. Boom, bang, bing. That's right, rules and tools. Isn't that shocking, dude? Okay, there we go. Okay, I just put the link into the chat. That goes to chalk.com. So Chalk is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. You got to click that link. That's the first step. Then, once you're on the site, you'll see the number one superfood for men and women on there is the hot water purified Shilajit, which I'm going to take a dose on the live right now so you know that I'm really about this stuff. The Shilajit is clinically studied. I think we have 12 or 13 clinical studies on the Shilajit alone. To calibrate your hormones, increases brain cell production. It's called neurogenesis. It is extremely potent for memory, cognition, and focus. And when guys take it, it boosts sperm count, sperm motility, and testosterone. When girls take it, it calibrates your hormones and boosts fertility and supports detoxification. It's a superfood. They call it the destroyer of weakness, dude. And the Soviet Union secretly studied Shilajit for decades. Look up that. It's declassified. We know about it now. So the Shilajit, the way the deal works to get the $160 worth of freebies for the first person on the live, you go to chalk.com, put the male or female Vitality Stack subscription in your cart, apply the coupon code 44LIFE. That gives you a 44% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And once you place your order to the male or female stack, send me your order number either in the DMs or ideally on the live chat on Rumble here. And we're going to get you hooked up with a $100 bag of chocolate powder and a $60 bottle of the chalk minerals. You get both of those for free if you go put a male or female stack subscription in your cart, apply the coupon code 44LIFE, that drops the price 44%, and boom, bang, bang, you get $160 worth of freebies, dude. Now, in both the male and female stack is the organic ashwagandha, which has 43? I'm pretty sure it's 43 or 46 clinical studies. It calibrates your hormones. It's extremely pro-fertile. It massively boosts melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. And when guys take it, it boosts sperm count and fertility. For girls, it boosts fertility as well, but of course does not boost sperm count. So these are adaptogens, eh? Rules and Tools knows all about it, but basically, Shilajit, when a guy takes it, it does different things. Not only between genders, if a guy takes it versus a girl taking it, but also it adapts to the individual's needs and requirements. So if you already have decent testosterone, it's just going to calibrate it to the level that it should be. That's the thing. It doesn't indiscriminately boost testosterone for men. It calibrates all of your hormones, which in many cases today, because testosterone levels are off of a cliff, it results in a boost of testosterone, but it's really just calibrating the testosterone levels, if that makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't just zoop. It does boost, but that's because we have low testosterone today, unfortunately, because of all these crazy freaking chemicals, dude. Ever since that damn frog chemical, and shout out to Gay Frog if you're watching this right now. There's a guy on here called Gay Frog. Anyway, ever since atrazine, man, when that whistle got blown, now they're spraying this crazy freaking chemicals that reverse the gender of frogs. And that ends up being sprayed in the food and water. Well, on the food, ends up in the water. And that is the number 2 sprayed herbicide in North America. Atrazine. What the Sam Dams with that, dude? Let me Google to make sure that's true, because I know it's up there. How much atrazine is used a year? 64 to 75 million pounds. It is one of America's most heavily used weed killers. The vast majority of atrazine is sprayed on corn crops, primarily within the Midwest Corn Belt region. It is also used on sorghum and sugarcane. It's banned in Europe due to groundwater contamination concerns. They should just say it. They should just say it like shoot us straight, man. Like, it's not a concern. It poisons the groundwater. You know, like, it's a concern. Advocates, proponents, antagonists, people are wondering about it. No, it's poison, dude. Rules and Tools sees it at every farm he goes to. Wow. And this guy goes to farms, man. He could take you on a freaking he could be a tour guide. If you guys are in California, literally reach out to Rules and Tools. He'll take you around and he helps farmers become more organic. That's his freaking job. Ask him about it. It's crazy. Feminine men are easier to control, all by design. 100%, Jimmy. I mean, to me and you, what is this? Are we going on our 10th or more year knowing that that's the case? Far North fan, yeah, the gay frog guy. Shout out to Far North fan, by the way. She said, where's that interview? I don't know. I think all you would need to type in is Hayden Patterney or whatever, and on Twitter, and it should pop up. If you just type in her interview, it'll pop up. Shout out to... No way, Lenny. Are you serious, dude? Lenny, are you yanking my chain, man? Because that's shocking if that's the case. This guy is from where the construction worker found $10 million worth of gold. We got to talk about that too. Let me shout out the live on Instagram real quick, and we will be discussing. We got to talk about gold, and we got to talk about Lindsay and the girl who Hayden there. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. It was in it. Wasn't it found in a? Wasn't it found in a brewery? Because that's shocking, dude. The guy found 10 million bucks worth of gold. I'll tell you what he did next. It's unfortunate. I say it's unfortunate. It has no effect on me, but it's just like, really, dude, you couldn't have stuffed a few gold bars in your pocket and just been quiet about it? Because now it's in a government vault. Anyway, I'll tell you about it in a sec. Lindsay, what was her name? Clancy. Okay, here we go. I know before a brewery. Oh, okay. Wow. Eh? So I guess the guy who put that gold there, forgot about it. Did he forget about the gold, or did he? No, obviously not. Did he pass away? Because they have 5 years now to claim whoever's the rightful heir or owner or previous owner of that 10 million bucks worth of gold. If he comes and claims it, then he gets it. But if no one claims it, it goes to the government. So welcome everyone, guys. We're talking about this whole Lindsay freaking Clancy thing, which is shocking. And the angle that I just uncovered as to why women are supporting her, it adds up. It makes sense. It's unfortunate though. I don't think any of you guys would though. You guys seem more sound mind. Pastor Jump Out said, talk about Hayden. I know, dude. We're talking about Hayden on Rumble right now, actually, as well, because that's something I don't really want to discuss on Instagram too much. I'm actually just going live here briefly, guys, to tell you that we are live on Rumble, which is free to download, free to watch, and free speech. And we're streaming there because there's no censorship at all. And I can tell you the full scoop of what happened to that Hayden girl. And we have good news, too. Shout out to KPFM. We do have excellent news, too, man. Wait till you hear the good stuff. This is just the tip of the iceberg, man, but we do have to cover some of these. So, guys, if you want to tune in, click the link in my bio. Come on over to Rumble. We are streaming now. Pauline, let's find out. Everyone's saying it was her. Anyways, we'll see you guys on Rumble, all right? It's at the link in my bio. Much love, everyone. Come on over. Oh, we're also giving away tons of freebies on there, too. So, John 3:16 is the best verse in the Bible. I like that one, KP. Okay, we'll see you guys on Rumble. Pastor, it's the link in my profile. So you just click my profile here on Instagram, and then you'll see a link tree, and in that link tree, you'll see the Rumble button. So you can click Rumble and come on over, and that's where we're discussing it. All right. Much love, everyone. We'll see you on Rumble. Shout out to John Paul. Jacob, what's going on, man? So why did girls, there's a few girls on that live who think it wasn't people are saying it was the husband. Lindsay Clancy had thoughts of harming the children. Her mother testifies at trial. Vote Dan Bilzerian. Is he actually running? By the way, so yeah, the guy found 10 million bucks worth of gold in Belgium there, and they handed it all in to the authorities because they thought it's too much to be able to hide, or it's too much to be able to, like, it's just too much. I don't know, man. Was that a generational fumble? But this is what I think. Because we know the guy who bought a tank, and in the tank he found bricks, like bars of gold, and he called the authorities too, and the government took the gold. And because we know of this guy in Belgium who also found gold and called the authorities, I think there must be tons and tons of people who have found gold and silver and not said a word to anyone. Of course, we only hear the ones who are, I don't know, is it goofy? Are they goofy enough to say, to go and tell on themselves that they found gold? Anyway, I don't know if we can vote our way out of this mess either, Isaiah. That's right. Force majeure. Armenians are control. Well, I know the Armenian genocide was a shocking thing, but who went and killed them all again? Was it the Turks or the Ottomans or something? Plant bamboo in your local data center. Yeah, for real. Yo, Lenny, are you yeah, it was Turks, eh? Lenny, I think I know you, dude. Are you the one guy who had my name on your name once? So listen, I'm pretty sure it was the girl, man. It was the Lindsay Clancy. But this is the thing. The reason why she, for one, killed her kids, it looks like she was on 13 different psychiatric medications. So that'll make you go crazy. But apparently the theory is about why millions or many, many, many women are supporting Lindsay Clancy, even though her mother-in-law, her mom, and her husband and someone else all testified and said that she strangled her 3 kids, which is a dark story, man, I know. But it's because apparently 25% or some large percentage of women in America have had abortions. And the theory is that they had an abortion in which they killed their kid, and so they're supporting her and killing her kids. That's the dark angle that I just read or heard before this live. So, and that kind of makes, it's going to come out, though. This kind of reminds me of the case when Captain Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp there, was, everyone's talking about it. It's the talk of the freaking town right now. And then also, the other thing we just found out, by the way, and I made a post on this. Actually, before we get into that, though, I should mention to all the new people who just joined the live and everyone else on Rumble right now, we are doing a shocking deal where we're actually giving away $160 worth of freebies on the live, which is including the chocolate powder, the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. Lenny, are you the guy uploading all my lives to YouTube? Because I thought I asked you not to do that, dude. The chocolate powder, $100 value, organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, massively stimulates stem cell production, so it repairs damaged tissue and damaged cells. Excellent for blood flow, blood oxygenation, heart health. You feel like $1 million taking it. You can eat it by the spoon dry. It's freaking amazing. And we're giving away the chalk minerals, okay? Minerals, which are bioavailable, extracted from a humic shale deposit in Utah. So this is American minerals, dude, from an ancient lake from before the flood, really is what it was, or after the flood. Then also, these minerals bind to free radicals, heavy metals, microplastics, pesticides, you name it, and excrete it out of the body. Also, increase your nutrient delivery and nutrient absorption, because every single vitamin requires a mineral to activate it. So if you are taking minerals, you're getting more nutrients from your food, and minerals break down calcifications and acidic deposits in the body. So if you're taking the minerals, that's going to break down calcifications and acidic deposits in the body, which is what the pineal gland, if it's calcified, is a calcification. It's an acidic deposit. So that's the chalk minerals. It's super detoxing. We're giving away $160 worth of freebies, but it's to the lucky first person on the live, which I will put in the chat right now how to do it. So that goes, I just put the link in the chat. That goes to chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. So Chalk is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. The number one superfood at chalk.com for men and women is the hot water purified Shilajit, which is in both the male and female vitality stacks. Shilajit is a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It massively increases the production of new brain cells, which is called neurogenesis. And get this, it is a massive pro-fertility boosting booster for men and women who take it. It is extremely good for reproductive organ function. For guys, testosterone, sperm count, sperm motility. For ladies, your whole reproductive organ system, dude. Shilajit is a superfood for it. And it also is believed to decalcify the pineal gland. So we have 12 clinical studies on our Shilajit. Don't hear the benefits of Shilajit on this live and then think you can just go on Amazon and buy Shilajit, because the vast majority of Shilajit on Amazon and the internet basically is, get this, it's the tar resin. It's the 20 to 30% water tar in the jar, crude raw tar resin. And that stuff is 20, 30% water, usually has heavy metals, is on average 5 to 10 times less potent than the hot water purified Shilajit, which we have lab tests on and certifications and everything. So you can look on the website and see this is real, the real McCoy man, and clinically studied. So that's the Shilajit. You're going to freaking love it. It's in the male and female stack. To get the $160 worth of freebies, just go to chalk.com, put the male or female vitality stack in your cart, apply the coupon code 44LIFE, that's 44LIFE, and boom, bang, bing, you get $160 worth of freebies included in your order. Now, 30% of Chalk's active subscribers reported feeling a benefit, or feeling a difference rather, within the first few days of taking Chalk. Another 30% is within the first few weeks. The main thing, though, is that because they're clinically studied, we're talking the Shilajit, the ashwagandha, the Tongkat Ali, because those are clinically studied, those are in the male and female stacks. If you're taking it, you are being benefited. It's not like put a clock on and put a date, and by this date, I hope to feel this. Like, you know, the main thing is that you're getting it into you consistently, and boom, bang, bing, you're getting a ton of freaking benefits, man. And then if you take that with the Chad mode, I'm going to make one right now, actually. I got a jar of water, and I'm going to make a Chad mode. So Chad mode is the natural energy drink pre-workout from Chalk that has organic blue spirulina in it and organic caffeine, cold water extracted from green coffee beans. So the thing about blue spirulina, and anyone will tell you this, I think NASA even studied it, which is hilarious. And I know you're going to say NASA, though, they're a lie. NASA is a lie, but they've done two interesting things. That's right, Rules and Tools. He said the tar in the jar could extrapolate the problems further. Yeah, because you don't know what you're getting. And also, Rules and Tools, you know the bioactive compounds in the tar resin Shilajit vary wildly. Like they're not consistent at all, the bioactive compounds. Here, sorry, I didn't get to show you guys. I just put 2 scoops of Chad mode into this water, and boom, bang, bang, I got, is that 300 milligrams of caffeine? That's like 2 cups of coffee's worth. I would say maybe more. I don't know. Let me know. And then the blue spirulina, which grabs on to heavy metals, microplastics, pesticides, and you name it, dude. It also whitens your eyes. It literally and I can say that because I experienced that firsthand. I've also experienced, the benefits of the Shilajit for energy and sleep quality and everything. But the Chad mode, I saw the whites of my eyes go whiter, and that's because 2 things. One, blue spirulina is actually excellent. Like the compounds in it are good for your eyeballs, but also because blue spirulina detoxes you, and your eyeballs are said to be a holographic representation of your whole body. This is how the reflexology, not reflexology, iridology. Iridology is the study of the eyeballs and how, let's say you have a heart thing going on or a liver thing, it'll show up in your iris. Siri, iris, ooh. It'll show up in your iris. And so as the body's being detoxed, that's reflected in the whites of your eyes being whiter because you're taking the blue spirulina in the Chad mode. So to get the free $160 worth of freebies, the chocolate and the chalk minerals, go to chalk.com, be the first person, because we're only doing this for the first person to put the male or female Vitality Stack subscription in their cart, and then apply the coupon code 44LIFE. You get a 44% off lifetime discount, and boom, bang, bing, you will automatically get the chocolate and the chalk minerals included in your order. But send me your order number on the Rumble or DM it to me. If you don't have a Rumble account, like there is a bunch of people I'm sure who are watching right now who don't have an account. It is funner to have an account though, because then you can comment. And boom, bang, bing, you get $160 worth of freebies, dude. But this is the first person only, and I'm gonna make sure if someone says to hold a slot for them, I can try holding a slot for you to make sure you get the freebies hooked up. We do usually give away the first freebies quite quickly once it's announced. Like there's already a bunch of people on the site right now. So yeah, that's right, Rules and Tools. Apparently there's even a North American Shilajit, like in some mountains here, but I don't know too much about it. I just heard that. And yeah, the crazy is she really, Rules and Tools? The crazy thing about the tar in the jar too, which you want to watch out for, is that they call it pure. They call it a concentrate. They call it Shilajit concentrate. But by nature of it being in the tar resin form, not in its pure form, Shilajit is like a rock. It's like pretty hard. So to get it into a tar form, they have to add water. So it's actually not a concentrate at all. It's literally a dilution, which is strange. So then the second superfood that's in the male and female stacks is the organic ashwagandha, which is, get this, the organic ashwagandha. Most ashwagandha is farmed in China. Okay, that's a fact. Our ashwagandha is certified organic. We have 14 times as many bioactive compounds in one capsule of chalk ashwagandha compared to the average ashwagandha capsules that you can get on freaking Amazon. We have 14 times as many bioactive compounds. This stuff is extremely pro-fertile. It's considered the king of herbs in India. It massively boosts melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. It's a hormone optimizer. You're going to freaking love it. Everyone loves the ashwagandha. It's a unsung hero. It's like we need to talk about it more. It's such a freaking beauty. I know I did hear there's a lot of Armenians in Los Angeles. What is with that, eh, guys? Did you guys hear there's a ton of Armenians in LA? What's with that? So yeah, ashwagandha, it's in the male and female stack. First person to get the male or female vitality stack at chalk.com using the coupon code 44life, you get a 44% off lifetime discount, and boom, bang, bing, you get $160 of freebies if you're the first person. Hold on a second, let me check some in here. Far North Fan says, I need to get this for my husband at Shane. Shout out to Far North Fan. No, dude, that's wrong. Mr. Lenny said that's not healthy for your heart. I've read a ton of studies, dude, about caffeine. It's like neuroprotective, man. It's freaking good for you. Yeah, sure. If hundreds of people die every year from drinking Red Bulls. That's synthetic caffeine, though. The synthetic caffeine is literally grown in a laboratory in China. Most of the world's synthetic caffeine, which is in most pre-workouts and energy drinks, it's synthetic, and they heavily industrially make it in China. So that is different than organic caffeine cold water extracted from green coffee beans. Now, Far North Fin, if you're the first person to order, you're going to get the chocolate and the chalk minerals. If you get the stack, of course. Shout out to Far North Fan. You know the drill. Just make sure, guys, you're applying the coupon code 44LIFE. That's 44life. That gives you the lifetime discount. You can cancel or modify your subscription anytime. But keep in mind, the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. Now, the third superfood that's in the male vitality stack is the Tomcat 100, which boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days. Plus, sperm count, sperm motility, muscle mass, muscle endurance, and muscle recovery. Tomcat Ali, every single guy should be taking Tomcat Ali based on the fact that testosterone levels today are off of a cliff. Force Majeure says, what are your thoughts on methylene blue? Shout out to Force Majeure, who's new on Rumble, guys, by the way. Give him a big round of applause, freaking slap on the back. Shout out to Force Majeure. Methylene blue, I would never... So, okay, you're asking me my full-blown raw thoughts on methylene blue. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, dude. I think it's totally synthetic. I think it'll probably dye your brain blue. And I wonder if RFK Jr. like promoted it because they made him, because they knew it's kind of shit for you. Like, you know, it's like pharmaceutical companies are the only ones who can make that shit, eh? Isn't it, who makes methylene blue? Like, doesn't Pfizer make it? Who makes methylene blue? Far North Fan, what are you having a hard time with, Far North Fan? Hold on a sec. Well, Far North Fan, you should. Oh yeah, look, methylene blue is manufactured by various pharmaceutical companies, chemical suppliers. Okay. Shit, you don't want anything else from them, but okay, there's a couple supplement brands that package USP grade methylene blue into drops or capsules. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it, man. Does Alex Jones sell it really? Um, non-toxic. You should have. Did you get the lit non-toxic? But Far North Fin, what's the big idea with like? Couldn't you buy the male vitality stack for your husband and just tell him like, yo, this is going to boost your testosterone. This is going to get things moving. This is going to increase your freaking brain function. Like, doesn't he? Would he be open to hearing, or rather, open to your kind of recommendation? Like, here you go, honey. You know what I mean? Take this and shut up. No, I'm just kidding. But you know what I mean? Anything that is synthesized in a lab is no bueno. I think so. Rules. I mean, I'm trying to be Mr. Organic over here. If methylene blue takes a chemical manufacturing plant to make it, I don't even need to hear anything else. You know what I mean? You don't need to sell me twice, man. There's a lot more to be said, but if you are comprised in some way, roasted or synthetic caffeine may not be the best. Oh, interesting. So rules and tools, you'd sooner do whatchamacallit, yeah, green coffee beans, eh? Did you know green coffee beans, they gotta be roasted, and then that's how you get a coffee. But green coffee beans, they haven't been altered with heat at all. And they perfectly extract the caffeine from green coffee beans. Did you even know you could do that? Um, okay, non-toxic. That would be some type of mistake action. We must have missed your freaking, but you didn't miss out. You should have got it non-toxic. So what about when your next renewal goes through? We can include a lit and a minerals. Does that work non-toxic? Now hold on a second. There is several people, like there's people all over the website right now, but basically remember, to get the $160 worth of freebies, you just got to be the first person to get the male or female vitality stack subscription. And then apply the coupon code 44life in your cart, and that gives you that 44% off lifetime discount. My phone's being silly, and I need to order that for my husband. Shout out to Far North Fan. Let's see, Far North Fan. Go to your Google Chrome. Google Chrome's GPU is called Adreno. Did you know that? Adrenochrome. Is that fucking crazy or what? Let me type that in again. What part of Google is called Adreno? Okay, he likes it. Far North Fan. Okay, order now. Adreno is not part of Google. Adreno is a line of graphics processing units. Yeah, made by Qualcomm, not Google. They're built into Qualcomm Snapdragon. Blah, blah, blah. Google makes the web browser an operating system called Chrome because Chrome and Radeon or Adreno both relate to colors or graphics, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I thought it was Adrenochrome something. Okay, you shout out to Far North Fan. So get your phone freaking spun up, boot up the old Safari or Google Chrome or Firefox or Mozilla or Brave browser. What's another one? Any browser you have, boot it up ASAP, Far North Fan. Be the first one to order, and you lock in $160 worth of freebies. And you know what we may even do? The first person to order a Chad mode gets a free Tongkat Ali. If you go order a Chad mode with the code 44life, that comes to pennies on the dollar, and the subscription, you'll get a 60, or is it 70? I think it's $70 for a free Tongkat Ali included in your order if you get a Chad mode. I recommend, because they're doing 44% off for life, get a Chad mode too, whatever you freaking get, because you will love the Chad mode. I swear to God, man. You don't leave the house with your Chad. If you have Chad mode, you don't leave the house without it. It's just something you don't, unless it's like nighttime when you're not going to need, you don't want to be drinking a ton of caffeine. But in the day, you don't leave the house without your Chad mode, man. And it can replace your coffee too. First thing in the morning, a shot of Chad mode is, it's a vibe. Put it that way. It's AJ Gentile. Who's AJ Gentile? He does kind of look. Nah, he doesn't really look like Ben Shapiro. Kinda actually. Yeah, holy shit, he kind of does, eh? but he's older now. These are pictures from him from a long time ago. I'm hesitant about this whole everyone is a different is a different celebrity. Like Stu Peters is Diplo, same voice, same face. Really? Let's see. Hold on a second. I think Stu Peters. I remember. I think I know who that guy is. Hold on a second here. Stu Peters is an American alt-right internet personality. He's known for promoting COVID-19 misinformation. Fucking stupid. Oh man, that AI shit. Anyways, Indophobic. What's Indophobic mean? Oh, prejudice against India. I've never heard that term. Did you know there's a term called Indophobia? Wow. Um, yes, exactly. DuckDuckGo used to be good. They got bought out. They did get bought out, actually. That's right, Thrax. I should do a post on that. DuckDuckGo. Who bought DuckDuckGo? That's a good post idea. Okay. Actually, it seems to say it's not been bought out by anyone. It's independent, privately held company owned primarily by its founder, Gabriel Weinberg, along with its employees and venture capital. Okay, well, I'm sure BlackRock's given her there too, to be honest. You know? But yeah, the Trump Elvis thing, like, dude, come on, man. Even if some of that's true, like, it's just, I don't know if I buy it because that guy also thinks that every other influencer online is like a controlled opposition. Mr. Tyler Hansen there, he said he's saying that he thinks freaking Moon Henry is like a Freemason and all this shit. And he said, well, he didn't say anything about me, but he made an infographic where he screenshotted a clip of me. He screenshotted from one of my videos where I think I did this. I'm literally standing there. I'm wearing my wool gloves. It was winter. And I was talking with my hands. I mean, Italians do this too, right? And I was talking with my hands, and I put my hand in the OK shape, which is 666 too, but I didn't, anyway, I did that. And then he compiled that with images of like Hollywood celebrities doing this, where they literally really do it. And anyways, so he inferred that I'm in the club that we're all not in, you know what I mean? Which is just interesting. Far North fan said it won't work. What part is gimping out? Because if you put that stack in your cart and you apply that coupon code, yeah, you can call Far North fan, call 50 Chalk 3000 right now. 50 Chalk 3000. Non-toxic. Did you hear me though? Because I said next time we can hook you up non-toxic when your order renews. When your subscription renews, whatever your next renewal date is, we can get it included in that order. Does that work, non-toxic? Yeah, hold on. 50 Chalk 3000 is the phone number. Far North fan, if you want to place your order over the phone, and that would be exciting because you're on the live with me, then you're on the phone with Chalk, and then you're getting the freebies hooked up into your freaking deal. That is amazing. Shout out to Far North fan. And by the way, I'm shocked. I would have thought, because Far North fan, she's on the female stack. She takes the female stack. She's subscribed. Now she's getting her husband on, and this is what we call power couple, power mode, freaking consciousness upgrading mode of the whole house, her and him. Goal got at, yeah, force majeure. Like, I don't know, man. Diplo though, who does Diplo even look like, or what does Diplo look like? Diplo. But dude, you know what you want to be careful doing though, eh? Like, why do you think Diplo is Stu Peters? Because they look similar. And by the way, Stu Peters is not like a Stu Peters is not like a Tucker Carlson. Like, he is not whatchamacallit, promoted by the mainstream at all. So I could see someone like Trump secretly being another person or whatever. But Stu Peters, who is like hated by the establishment. I don't know that that guy is secretly controlled opposition and is actually secretly Diplo. Like that's just a bit far out for me, man. And again, what makes me somewhat think that too is that people have said similar shit about me and Moon Henry that we're secretly this, that, or the other. It's ridiculous, man. So, okay, hold on a second. So, guys, remember, you go to chalk.com, CHOQ.com. You put the male or female Vitality Stack subscription in your cart. Apply that coupon code 44LIFE. Get a 44% off lifetime discount. And automatically, if you're the first person to place your order, you get a free $100 bag of the chocolate powder and a $60 bottle of the chalk minerals. $160 worth of freebies. The first person who gets a male or female stack. And if you get a Chad mode, you're going to get a free Tomcat 100, which is the so this is what, think of this for a second. Most Tongkat Ali is farmed in China, and it's the Shanghai Surprise. The chalk Tongkat is wild crafted from the chemical-free Malaysian rainforest. So, boom, bang, bing, we're talking a superfood here, man. And again, that's free if you get a Chad mode, but that comes automatically in the male Vitality Stack. So get a male stack, and then you get $160 worth of freebies. That is strange. How do you know it's that, Hollis? Okay, hold on a second. Let me see here. Flock cameras. We know there's too many of those going up all over the place. Dumb TVs. There's a company that makes a dumb TV, which is, that's quite the, whatchamacallit, eh? No one else is doing it. Yeah, but numbers can be spoofed, right, Hollis? I'm not saying that it's not, but you can, like, numbers can be spoofed, right? Let me see here. Hold on a second. Also, you know what's crazy? I posted about this the other day. The Coca-Cola thing, right? Remember Coca-Cola? You weren't allowed to put Jesus on the can, but you can put Satan and stuff. HEINZ ketchup in the UK. The cat's out of the bag now, dude. HEINZ ketchup in the UK on the website for personalizing a bottle of ketchup. They let you say Allah and Satan and all that, but if you put Jesus, it says you're gonna have to. This one doesn't fly. You can't write Jesus. So you gotta. I think it's because all the companies, these big companies, the tip-top owners of them, aren't into Jesus. To put it lightly, they are not into him. That's a very lightly way of putting it, and so that's why you can't put Jesus on Coca-Cola cans or Heinz ketchup bottles, because the top owners of these companies are not into Jesus, dude. The cat's out of the bag. Yeah, the cat's that's exactly correct. Hey, Jen, I'm working with my first client with something chronic, and with the guidance of my mother, we're helping him avoid chemo. That's rules and tools. Shout out to your mother doing the Lord's work, dude. You and your mother, of course. That's freaking amazing to hear, dude. Oh, shout out to Far North Man. She's on the phone with Chalk right now. So Mrs. Far North Fan's pretty much placing her order literally as we speak. So if you are Far North Fan, she's getting the free lit and the free minerals once her male Vitality stack goes through. So shout out to Far North Fan. Now the next person to get a stack, what should we do? That's crazy. Should we give them a free Chad mode? I think we're going to do, because she's basically, let's count Far North Fan as ordered. She's ordering as we speak. So that slot is filled. Next person to order, male or female stack, boom, bang, bang, you get a free Chad mode, which I'll tell you about in 2 seconds. Hollis, yeah, I don't know, man. That is eerie and weird. I got to know, like, I'm curious, what were you posting? And, like, that's kind of fucking creepy, you know? Like, Hollis, but you're divinely protected, man, so don't worry about it. But fear not, of course. But that is strange. That is strange, dude. So I don't know. Everyone else, chime in. What do you think about Hollis's situation there? So the next person to order a male or female Vitality Stack subscription at chalk.com and applying the coupon code 44life, that's 44LIFE, you get a lifetime 44% off discount, and you're going to get a $100 tub of Chad Mode, which is the natural energy drink pre-workout that you will drink every single day until the bottle's gone, and then you'll want more right away because it's freaking amazing. Shout out to Far North Fan who just got her order. Congratulations to Far North Fan on her. I think she got a male stack. Woohoo, got it. Woo, just on the phone. Shout out to Far North Fan in real time, guys. She just scooped up the first one. So that means she's getting the free lit and the free minerals. And that means the next person to order, we're going to throw in a Chad mode, spicing things up a little bit here. You get a free Chad mode if you get a male or female stack right now. And there's a ton of people on the site, so I don't know who the first lucky winner is going to be of that one. But shout out to Far North Fan. I'm super excited for your dear husband to be taking the male vitality stack, which is going to boost his vitality. He's going to feel like $1 million. Shout out to Far North Fan's husband. And she's out of town too. She's on vacation or something. Shout out to Far North Fan. We recommended for the client to go back and tell his specialist. Yeah. Yeah, rules and tools, dude. I know of there was actually a post that was going viral from a town near me about the hospital, which completely effed up some situation that was a pretty big deal. And people would be shocked to know how often that actually happens. I also have a friend who she was like a I don't know, like a top, she was like the manager of a big hospital here nearby, like in the city. And she said most of her job was it was all under NDAs. She had to sign so many NDAs because of the stuff she saw and the unfortunate things that happened, and over this and under that, and people perishing. It was quite shocking, man. How often medical malpractice is an accidental shit that happens in the hospital. A lot of people perish every year from it, and 100%. It's shocking. Shout out to Anita Ward. Welcome, Anita. She's not new here, but and I have seen her before, but not all the time. So shout out to Anita. To everyone who just joined, by the way, we're doing a special freebie deal today. We're giving away $100 tubs, or one $100 tub singularly of Chad Mode, which is the organic natural energy drink pre-workout from Chalk, which has organic blue spirulina in it and organic caffeine cold water extracted from green coffee beans. Super detoxing, literally binds to free radicals, heavy metals, contaminants, microplastics, pesticides, you name it, and excretes it out of the body. We're giving away a free Chad Mode to the next person who goes to chalk.com and puts a male or female Vitality Stack subscription in their cart and applying the coupon code 44life. You get a 44% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And automatically you're going to get a Chad Mode. Now, if you want a super hyper duper special deal, do this, guys. Put me on your computer and call 50 Chalk 3000 and talk to them in real time. Shout out to freaking Butterdog, dude. Force majeure, of course, dude. What do you mean? Well, I don't know about BlackRock, but basically, anytime Nestle or something, whatchamacallit, Nestle buys up a supplement company like that, Thorne Supplements there got bought up. Well, who's a major investor into Nestle? It's like BlackRock, right? So you could set, like, for example, I'm sure BlackRock owns a million things that on paper, from first glance, BlackRock doesn't own this, BlackRock doesn't own that, but actually, shout out to Dion. Is Dion on the live, dude? Because Dion, is that how you pronounce it? Let me just double check. I have good, excellent news. How do you pronounce Dion? Dione. Oh, is it really Dione? Okay, Dione there. Dude, call your bank to clear the charge. and you're getting hooked up with freebies, dude. If Dioni's on the live right now, tell me how to pronounce that correctly, by the way. But if you're on the live right now, dude, call your bank, clear the charge. You're getting a ton of chalk, and we'll throw in some freebies for you as well. Shout out to Dioni. Now, also, I will say, remember, the next person to get a male or female vitality stack, you're getting a $100 tub of Chad mode, which it has been 8 months now that I was not. It's been a month that I've been able to talk about Chad mode again, but for like 7 months, I was not talking about Chad mode because we were critically low on it. And this is like one of the most expensive things that chalk makes because of the quality of ingredients that's in it. It is shocking. And so what happens is the Chad mode, it's expensive anyway. We were running low, so we were saving it only for subscribers. So people who were subscribed to it, their supply was reserved, but we weren't telling anyone about Chad mode. We weren't promoting it for months and months. And now we got a freaking big shipment of it. And that's why we're able to give one away for free today. So if you're on the site, get a male or female stack now, and you will get a freaking massive tub of Chad mode, which you're going to love, dude. Are you kidding me? Now, in the male or female vitality stack, you have both in the male and female stack. You have the Shilajit, the Ashwagandha, and then there's a special secret duper other one, the variable in both the male and female stack. I'll tell you about in a second. But there's D-Loan. Okay, D-Loan. Shout out to D-Loan. Call your bank, clear the charge, and boom, bang, bing, you're going to get your chalk, dude. If you're the one I'm thinking of, I was just advised from chalk that you got to get the bank to clear the charge, and then boom, bang, bing, it goes through, and you're going to get hooked up, man. Also, I don't know, Schmancer is caused by parasites. I don't know about that. I do know that Shilajit supports gut health to the effect that it makes the environment unfavorable to parasites. So I don't think you'd call it an anti-parasitic. It's not like black walnut hull or whatever. But Shilajit boosts your gut microbiome, and parasites don't like living there afterwards. So shout out to Far North Fan, who just got her husband the male vitality stack, which is the Shilajit, the Ashwagandha, and the Tomcat 100. Shout out to lovely, dear Far North Fan. I'm so stoked for her husband. And then shout out to Dioni, D-Lone, who's about to get a ton of chalk right now as we literally speak, and we're going to hook him up massively. And then the next person to get a stack, you get a $100 tub of Chad mode. Now, here's the crazy part. The Chad mode, the vast majority of energy drinks and pre-workouts in the world are disgustingly made with synthetic caffeine, which they use ammonia and urea to make it in a giant factory laboratory in China. I can't imagine a kind of eerier dystopian or thing than fake caffeine made in a lab in China. And that's what you're drinking if you're drinking a Red Bull or a freaking Monster or whatever. So the Chad mode is organic caffeine from green coffee beans. Organic, dude. Wow. Are you shitting me, Rules and Tools? Oh my gosh. Okay. Forget about the other guy you helped. That help you just did for that young little boy, I think, or you said 4-year-old. You didn't say boy or girl, but oh yeah, yeah. That is the most biggest. You will be blessed. You will continue to be blessed if you did something like that. Read what he did, guys. That is huge, Rules and Tools. Literally, man, I would freaking give you a freaking I'd shake your hand, man. That is huge. Look what he did. He saved a 4-year-old from doing chemo. His parents didn't want chemo, but they were scared of CPS getting called if they didn't do it. They were able to prove that he didn't need it. Otherwise, he would unnecessarily be getting fried with freaking chemo, which my uncle did, and now he can't even speak. His voice is all fricked up. Very low success rate. I know, dude. It's a total scam. Well, you think it's a big business, though, dude. It's a big, big ass business. Okay, so hold on a second. So D-Loan. Let's get your freaking order going, dude, because we're going to hook you up with freebies. And remember, in the female stack, sorry, guys, I didn't even tell you this yet. The female vitality stack, the third superfood in there is the wild crafted Irish moss, which has the full matrix of minerals. It has anti-aging effects. It's excellent for skin elasticity and skin hydration. It's like a beauty product, and it's pro-fertile. And the reason I say it's wild is because it is wild, but the reason that's crazy is because the vast majority of Irish mosses on the internet are from the Caribbean. They farm them in the Caribbean. They farm it in the Caribbean. And none of those islands happen to do anything to their gray water. Okay, so the gray water goes right into the bay, and that is where they farm Irish moss. So you don't want that shit. You get the Irish moss from Chalk, which comes from Nova Scotia in Canada, pristine cold waters of that ocean. Which one is it? The Atlantic. Ice cold Irish moss, dude. It's so freaking good for you. And also, the minerals in the Irish moss bind to free radicals, heavy metals, contaminants, and excrete it out of the body. So minerals bind to things you don't want, and it helps detox you. So that's another amazing thing about Irish moss. And then the second superfood that's in the male and female vitality stack is the organic ashwagandha, which again, most ashwagandha is farmed in China. Chalk's ashwagandha is certified organic, and we have a write-up on the bottle and on the website about it. The average one capsule of Chalk's ashwagandha has as many bioactive compounds in it as 14 capsules of regular Shanghai Surprise ashwagandha that you get on Amazon. Hold on a sec. Fasting is the key to longevity. That's right, dude. I got to do another fast. It's been a while. I did an 8-day water fast once, a long time ago. I'm going to do that again soon. Shout out to Butterdog, man. Shout out to Bandrews. Bandrews, we're giving away a free Chad mode on the live, by the way. So we're giving away one single free Chad mode to the next person who gets a male or female stack at chalk.com with the code 44life. $100 freebie. The third superfood in the male vitality stack, by the way, is the Tongkat 100, which is wildcrafted Tongkat Ali from the chemical-free Malaysian rainforest. And that stuff boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days. And most guys' testosterone levels today, this is the sneaky part, and I'm sure Force Majeure knows this. Get this. They did a sneaky trick to make you think that you have regular testosterone levels or normal testosterone levels. They moved the goalpost. So it's like this. What's an example of this? Basically, in the 1970s and 80s, testosterone levels were up here. Since then, they've dropped on average, right? But what they do is they take the sample size of it being down here. They shorten the graph. So when you go to see how your testosterone levels are now, if you're in this range, that's normal. But that's normal because everyone's being poisoned and polluted to lower their testosterone levels. And so it's actually low testosterone, but they call it normal. And that I know I have the images. A friend of mine is a naturopath, and she was taking pictures in her course, and the course was talking about how that's what they did with testosterone levels to make people think your testosterone is fine, when in fact it is gimped and totally low. That's the shocking part. So shout out to Dione. Shout out to Isaiah. Force Majeure did a 28-day fast. Shut up, dude. Literally tell me the truth about that. Because 8, I could have kept going at 8. What happened was I started watching YouTube videos of recipes, and then I got really, I felt like eating. So saying sugar and coffee cause cancer is inaccurate. To say the better way to think of it is if your body is already, yeah, that's right. Rules and tools, that's 100% correct. My understanding is that it's that fish analogy. If your goldfish is sick, do you go and affect the goldfish or do you clean the tank? It's about the environment of your body. And that's why I love taking Shilajit, ashwagandha, Irish moss, Tongkat Ali, freaking Chad mode, because it's very, very good for the body. And that blue spirulina, man. I would be actually nervous of atrazine. I would be nervous about my testosterone, and I would be nervous about my testosterone and my hormones and shit because of atrazine if I wasn't A, eating organic, and B, taking a ton of stuff that detoxes pesticides. When I first heard, I don't know how people, when I hear about pesticides, it's like, yeah, I will avoid them now. But some people, it's like you got to sell them on avoiding certain foods that are sprayed with these chemicals. Like, you know what I mean? Whereas I didn't need to get sold on that. And then some people too, you gotta sell them on taking whatchamacallit, superfoods in general. Whereas me, I don't need to be sold, man. Exactly. Chalk support your systems rather than exploit it. Exactly, rules. I mean, my thing was this too, finding out that like when we first launched the Shilajit, a million people are selling Shilajit, but they literally, it's the tar resin. It's the tar in the jar, tar resin, Shilajit action, and it's shit, dude. It's not ideal. It's not optimal at all. And again, 20 to 30% of it is water weight. The chalk Shilajit is hot water purified. The water is evaporated, and there was actually a pretty big controversy at the beginning there because a guy was selling the tar resin, and he was making slanderous, defamatory, and materially false claims about chalk Shilajit, saying the powdered stuff is worse, blah blah blah. But when you compare lab tests, there is more bioactive compounds in chalk's hot water purified Shilajit than like any tar resin Shilajit. It is the gold standard of Shilajit, and it's the destroyer of weakness. We should have a bigger article on the website about how the Soviet Union studied it, though, because that is freaking mind blowing. You know that, eh? The Russians, dude, Soviet Union, secretly studying Shilajit in like an underground lab. Can you believe that? And they were administering it to the soldiers. The freaking Spetsnaz, the KGB. Putin probably takes Shilajit right now. 4 meals per week, key to long life. Funny that you say that, eh, Force Majeure? How much should we eat, eh? D-Lone, are you still on the live, dude? Shout out to D-Lone, man. He's about to get a gigantic order of chalk, and we're going to fully hook him up with a bunch of freebies. I know. Me too, Bandrews. I do love good food, too. But you know what? That's the crazy thing about a fast, is that it's like, it's a weird thing. Okay, it's kind of like this. If you're taking, whatchamacallit, let's say you're a smoker. Okay, you smoke cigarettes. When you smoke and then you quit, you realize how much time, how much mental energy, how much of your thoughts were around when you're smoking next. Where are your smokes? Where are you going to smoke it? Blah, 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 right? It's a lot of mental energy onto it. Well, when you fast and you don't eat, you realize just how much time is spent on acquiring food, preparing food, cooking food, cleaning up after, and eating. When you all of a sudden aren't eating and it's like day 5 of a fast and you're not eating anything, it is like, what the fuck do I do with all this time? Now, I guess if you're a guy who goes to like fast food joints and shit all the time, then you don't spend that much time preparing or anything. But when you don't eat the processed stuff and you're cooking all your own meals, yeah, it's crazy during a fast. Wow, Bandrew says, after taking chalk, eating healthy, and working out, I've noticed a significant difference in my muscle mass. Bandrews, that would be because Tongkat and Shilajit, of course, and you're eating healthy and working out, but Tongkat and Shilajit both are clinically studied to boost and support muscle mass, lean muscle mass. Like there's percentages, it gets down to the science. It's shocking, dude. So shout out to Bandrews, who's loving his male vitality stack. Remember, guys, the next person to get a male or female stack, I think Force Majeure is going to get one. If you get a male or female vitality stack subscription and you apply the coupon code 44LIFE, you get 44% off your subscription for life, and you get a $100 tub of Chad Mode free included in your order. $100 tub of Chad Mode if you get a male or female stack. The next person, that's one person. We're not doing 2 free Chad Modes today. It's 1 free Chad Mode. Sad. What's a sad diet again? There's another good point. Sad diet is not it. Definitely don't 3 meals a day if stuff is more nutrient. Definitely don't need 3 meals a day. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Wow. Force Majeure says, look at the lack of bathrooms in old world buildings. Really, eh? I didn't really ever think about the number of bathrooms in the old Tartarian buildings, actually. Is there less bathrooms? I know the weird thing is this. So did you guys know this theory? This is actually quite cool. Go look at this. It's kind of interesting. Get this, dude. The theory is these giant ancient Tartarian buildings and castles and shit, they didn't heat that. They have fireplaces, but no chimneys or something. And it's like the fireplace, the theory is that there was some element like red mercury or something, which is said to not exist, but it's like an internet rumor that this thing called red mercury exists. And it would like radiate heat without smoke. And so they'd heat these giant buildings and castles and stuff with red mercury, and then something to do with the Tesla coils on tops of the buildings. Do you guys know this stuff? Who's the guy on YouTube there who's a big Tartaria guy who everyone tells me to watch, who I've watched a few of his videos? Antiquity or something? Let me know if you guys know what I'm talking about. But that's crazy if there's radium. Was it radium or red mercury? Let me know, Force Majeure. Also, red mercury is said to not show up in a mirror. It doesn't have a reflection in a mirror. Again, that could be, you know. But keep in mind, too, there was a Russian guy called Viktor Grebennikov. And this is a shocking story. Literally strap your tinfoil hats on big time, man, because this is crazy. This freaking guy. I just heard an owl. There's owls all over the place. I hear owls all the time now where I live. So listen, there was an owl on my deck when I first moved here. An owl was literally on the deck, hooting into the back door of the house. I'm like, holy shit, dude, look at this owl. But you're not supposed to look them in the eyes. You know, the natives wouldn't look in the eyes of an owl, eh? Anyway, so this guy, Viktor Grebennikov, he got beetle wings, okay, or the beetle shell specifically. And he found that they exhibited like anti-gravity because of the hexagons or some type of pattern on the beetle wings. And so it's said that he strapped like 1,000 beetle shells to this hoverboard thing. I know. And apparently he flew around. And then the Russians took all of his shit and shut him down. But apparently he found some free energy device or anti-gravity device with beetle wings. Did you hear about that? Red mercury was used for anti-gravity. Okay, it was radium. Was it radium then? And also, what's with all the old radium glasses that people would buy? The green glasses, the old vintage mugs and stuff, has radium in it. Apparently there was benefits. I think you heard this from Mr. Cultivate Elevate, didn't you, Force Majeure? So hold on a second, guys. This is literally the full-blown final call. Last call, dude. You get a free Chad mode if you get the male or female stack. Force Majeure, dude, because you're such a giga Chad and you show up to the live and you're dropping gems and you're keeping the convo flowing. If you go get a male stack right now, Force Majeure, I'll get you a free Chad mode and a free $60 bottle of minerals. If you go to chalk.com right now, Force Majeure, put a male vitality stack in your cart, apply the coupon code 44life, that gets a 44% off lifetime discount, then boom, bang, bing, you are going to get the $100 tub of Chad mode and a $60 tub, a bottle rather, of freaking chalk minerals. So we're talking DNA, we're talking detox, we're talking testosterone. We know the biggest, if we want to talk about these agendas, Michelle Obama, old world buildings, blah, blah, we know that their biggest agenda is to alter our state of consciousness and lower our vibrational frequency and calcify our pineal glands. So one of the biggest things we can do is the opposite of all that. Detox, decalcify, boost our systems, and boost our testosterone. We know that, what is it, a nation of guys with low testosterone, are they going to stand up and fight back kind of thing? You know, I don't think so. They're kind of gimped, you know what I mean? So let's boost our freaking T levels, dude. Now, what was I going to take? I'm going to take 2 Chalk Dailies. So Chalk Daily, that's the #1 supplement for men that has shilajit in it, that's hot water purified, and there's 4 other adaptogens specifically formulated for men. So there's Safad Muesli, Tribulus, and Mucuna. Mucuna there's a study on Mucuna that it boosts sperm count 688% in guys with extremely low sperm count. Mucuna is an herb. It's one of 4 in the chalk daily. Dude, if you're a guy, take chalk daily, I'm telling you. So I'm going to take a double dose of this, and then let's take a, where's my mineral actions? So the minerals, remember too, the minerals are from a humic shale deposit in Utah. If you look up the benefits of humic acid, this is a rabbit hole. Like, dude, I love all the rabbit holes of all the stuff we're talking about, but the health rabbit hole is a shocking one. If you look up the benefits of humic acid right now, you're going to immediately want to start taking it. Any logical person would look at it and go, yeah, I want that. Unless we don't want what's best for our bodies, but of course we do. It's the only thing we really have full control over in this reality is our systems and our minds, but we're losing our minds because of the chemicals. So I'm taking a double dose here. I got the chalk daily and the Tongkat, and the chalk minerals with the Chadmo. And that's, so if you're the guy to get, the next person to get a male or female stack, you're going to get that Chad mode and the chalk minerals, dude. But just make sure, listen, you're putting the subscription in your cart at chalk.com. So you're putting the male or female stack subscription in your cart. And then you're applying the coupon code 44LIFE, 44life, and you get a 44% off lifetime discount. And if you're the next person to order, you get the Chad mode and the chalk minerals, which is freaking shocking. Shout out to Force Majeure. He said he's going to try it. Shout out to Force Majeure, dude. I'm going to tell Chalk to hold a slot for you. So you get the freebies. Shout out to Butterdog. Yeah, Force Majeure, eh? First time on the live. He comes on here. He's dropping all kinds of gems. And he goes, you know what? Maybe I do want to decalcify my pineal gland and take a bunch of superfoods. Shout out to freaking Force Majeure. Which, by the way, what does that mean again? Force Majeure is a French phrase meaning superior force. Okay. Defined as an irresistible force or event outside the control of the parties involved. Okay. Force Majeure. Shout out to Force Majeure, man. Let me double check here. Yes, by the way, with the Chad mode, when you first take it, you are going to what's called it's called the niacin flush. So because there's niacin in there, that stimulates your circulatory and your lymphatic system massively, and you get tingles all over your body, especially if it's on an empty stomach. Usually it's like the back of your head. If you're on an empty stomach, and you take Chad mode, you're going to get the tingles all over. It's not a side effect. It's a direct effect of the niacin. Some people take Chad mode and they're like, oh my God, what's happening? It's because of the niacin flush. Rules and Tools is becoming a pilot. Dude, the guy's a natural organic farmer and he's going to be a pilot. What's next, dude? Are you going to be a friggin' astronaut too? Or are we not going to space, really? Yeah, when's the last time you saw there's job openings for astronauts? I think they select those people, man. Astronauts. You know what? Astronaut. Because they're not doing that up there. Let me see here. Hold on a second. Boom, bang, bing. Shout out to Force Majeure. So, Force, what you do is you go to Boom, Bang, Bing, chalk.com. You got it. Remember, guys, Chalk is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So they are a fully legit, real human being owned company, and they got superfoods among the best in the world. I'm telling you right now, you can't go find a Shilajit source that has more clinical studies than the Chalk source of Shilajit. We're talking about decalcifying pineal glands, hormones, fertility, brain function. In fact, remember Shilajit, which is in both the male and female vitality stack, induces what's called neurogenesis. Neuro is neuron, genesis is generate. If you're taking Shilajit, it makes your brain produce new brain cells and get rid of old damaged ones. That's what happens if you're giving her on the freaking Shilajit, dude. It's cognition, focus, memory. You're going to love it. So guys, last call. This is literally the final call on this deal. This is only for the live. We don't do this on Instagram either. This is specifically for Rumble. If you go to chalk.com and you put the male Vitality Stack subscription or the female Vitality Stack subscription in your cart, and you apply the coupon code 44life, that's 44LIFE, you get a lifetime 44% off discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And you're going to get the Chad mode and the chalk minerals. So force majeure, just get the male vitality stack. That's okay, dude. Male vitality stack. And the stack is with a Q because it's like chalk is with a Q. Shout out to Anita. Anita, we'll see you on the next Dear Live, Anita. Shout out to Anita. Force majeure said Rumble froze. I hear you now, dude. I got you loud and clear. We should be good on Rumble. Everyone turn your 5G on. I'm just kidding. That's an inside joke, turn the 5G on. It's an inside joke with me and you guys anyway. Some of you, if you're new, you wouldn't know it. But anyway, I'm going to type this for force majeure. Force majeure. Get the male vitality stack subscription. Put the code 44life to get 44% off. And boom, bang, bing, you will get free Chad mode and mineral. Boom, bang, bing. Shout out to force majeure, dude. Rumble frozen. Why are people saying Rumble's frozen? Eh? On my end, everything's loud and clear, and I got fiber optic now, so my internet's faster than the Dickens, man. Yeah, exactly. And remember too, in both the male and female stack, you do have that ashwagandha, which is considered the king of herbs in India. Fertility, hormones, brain function, energy levels, endocrine function. It's a game changer, dude. In fact, let me read this to you briefly and quickly. Look at this. Benefits of ashwagandha. Widely used to lower stress, reduce cortisol levels, and improve sleep quality. Choosing certified organic ensures the root powder or extract is grown without synthetic pesticides or fertilizers, which is what they do in China. That's why you got to watch out. Do not hear me talking about, the benefits of ashwagandha and all this and think that you can just walk over to Amazon and get that, because that is not the case. Amazon, it's the Shanghai surprise over there. Better sleep helps quiet an overactive mind, helping you fall asleep faster and sleep. Well, the main thing is that it boosts melatonin production, so you get a way better sleep while you're taking it. Lowers cortisol, calms the nervous system. That's cool. May help boost muscle mass, strength, and endurance during workouts. So that's another reason why Bandrew says he's felt a huge difference from taking it. Brain function supports memory, focus, and overall cognitive speed. Well, that's pretty freaking cool. Supports testosterone levels and reproductive health in men. Organic, boom, bang, bang. Let me see here. Shout out to Rules and Tools, dude. Is that that is really cool, Rules and Tools. I want to know more about that. That kind of reminds me of you know what that reminds me of is med beds. Is that like a freaking handheld med bed? You guys know the theory of med beds. It's like that movie the movie where, is it District 9? No, the one with Matt Damon. Where he all the elites live on like this spaceship that's flying above Earth, and the Earth is just a shitstorm down there. And then Matt Damon escapes up to the where the elite live, and then the elite, they walk into this room, they lay down on this bed, and it scans them, and then it says cancer, and then it shows a 1% to 100%, and it's like cancer cured. Like, you get in this bed and it just rids you of any disease frequencyly. It's like a med bed. Anyway, the theory is that those do exist, and I'm pretty sure they do. So Elysium, that Kendall. Shout out to Kendall. Who's paying attention, man? That's right, it was Elysium. What did I say? District 9? Yeah, Elysium was weird. Were they aliens? Again, so many movies have conditioned us about aliens, which is strange because Equilibrium. I don't think that's a movie. Is Equilibrium a movie? But anyway, so many movies have conditioned us about aliens. And here's the crazy part. I think it's coming around the corner. There's going to be some type of alien event. Because what the hell is the Pope doing saying, if there was an alien, I would give him my blessing? Did you guys hear about that? Or he said he'd like give them a prayer or something? I guess that doesn't sound that crazy, but from the perspective of us who think deeply into things, that's obviously priming us for some type of alien revelation. They're going to reveal to us aliens, you know? It's shocking, dude. Okay, hold on a second. Guys, this is the final Dynal call. We literally have in the next if you place your order in the next 8 minutes, you are getting fully hooked up. 160, 170 bucks worth of freebies if you get the male or female stack at chalk.com in the next 7 minutes and 50 seconds. So if you're on the fence, get your order placed ASAP. Yeah, it was close, Tony. Kind of close, yeah. Now, IUM, the last 3 letters was close. Shout out to Tony Westbrook. By the way, guys, Tony Westbrook, he worked for SpaceX. He was an insider. He was a mole in SpaceX, and he got dirt on Elon Musk, dude. Let's just say this. No, I don't. I'm just kidding. I don't even think. I think he walked by him once or something. But actually, I think he was just I think he was a barista in SpaceX. Like he wasn't working on the spaceships or whatever, which is what it sounds like when I say he worked for SpaceX. I think he still does. Tony, tell me about SpaceX, man. That's crazy, bro. Anyone working in a Tesla factory, by the way, that's got to have high EMFs. There's no way. And what's with, dude, there's more and more Teslas I'm seeing than anywhere. Fucking Teslas or the Cybertruck, that goofy ass looking Cybertruck, eh? Oh my gosh. Whistling Diesel, the thing broke so easily. It broke basically as soon as he got in the friggin' thing. Okay, guys, 6 minutes and 50 seconds left. 160 bucks worth of freebies. Get your order placed ASAP. Chalk.com, code 44life. How many pounds of batteries in a Tesla? 1,000 to 1,700 pounds. Sorry about that, guys. Boom, bang, bing. So shout out to D-Lone. D-Lone, I hope your order can get through, man. I want you to get those freebies. And shout out to everyone else on the Deer Live who Boom, bang, bing. Got their chalk. And guys, we're going to extend this deal for the next, we're going to say 15 minutes. So we're ending the live here, but if you order the next 15 minutes, a male or female stack, you end up getting $160 worth of freebies. You just got to send me your order number on Instagram or on, it'll be on Instagram. Okay. So much love, everyone. Thank you all for joining. Get your chalk superfoods. Let's decalcify, and we'll see you on the next one. All right.